how mad do you think President Trump is going to be when he finds out that Elon Musk said, "I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it anymore. This massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill is a disgusting abomination. Shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong. You know it."
Look, the president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion. This is one big, beautiful bill, and he's sticking to it.
The post comes just days after Musk was given that send-off in the Oval Office for his time leading the Department of Government Efficiency.
With all due respect, my friend Elon is terribly wrong about the one big, beautiful bill. We had a long conversation yesterday, he and I. Spoke for, I think, more than 20 minutes on the telephone. For him to come out and hand the whole bill is to me just very disappointing, very surprising in light of the conversation I had with him yesterday.
On Musk, he said, shame on those who voted for it. You know you did wrong, you know it. He doesn't specifically say you, but you did vote for it. Why do you think he's doing this now? And do you take issue at Musk calling out folks like yourself?
I fully understand what Elon is saying, and I agree with him to a certain extent. However, I don't want to continue this government on a CR that's funding Democrat and Biden policies and funding, and this bill was important to transition over to exactly what the American people voted for.
Musk also posted, "In November next year, we fire all politicians who betrayed the American people." And overnight writing that overspending will drive America into debt slavery.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And once upon a time, there was an egotistical, narcissistic, ketamine-snorting little billionaire who thought that he was a prophet. But as it turns out, he wasn't a prophet. He was more like a Nostradamus in a $9,000 hoodie selling bad predictions to people who think crypto is a personality.
The president already knows where Elon Musk stood on this bill. It doesn't change the president's opinion.
Independent analysts project, as written, the spending bill could add several $1 trillion to the deficit. Some Senate Republicans say that's too much.
I'm open to compromise on the bill. I'm just not open to supporting $5 trillion. This will in debt ceiling increase.
The president lashing out at Republican Rand Paul on social media, saying he has very little understanding of the budget plan.
He cut jobs. He ruined livelihoods. He spread chaos like it was a currency, and then expected the world to worship him like he had parted the Red Sea with a Tesla charging port. But then something horrible happened. He didn't get what he wanted. The budget did not break in his favor. The payoff didn't land. That Oval Office seat that he thought that he had bought, already taken. And his influence didn't even earn him a parking pass at the Grift Convention. So just like a fable ripped straight out of Aesop's MAGA edition, he turned sour.
Remember, Elon Musk is many things, but in politics, he is Donald Trump's biggest donor, a recent employee, an ally, if you want to put it that way. And he is now an ally turned foe on the signature issue in what is billed as the key biggest piece of legislation that Trump and the Republicans want to pass this year. And the attacks have come fast and vicious. It is quite a twist that upends what had already been a very unusual, seemingly transactional alliance between the reality show president, who has often been flexible about who he works with and takes on people who've been critical of him as long as they say the right stuff now, and the world's richest man.
This isn't a policy debate. And this moron isn't playing 4D chess. Because here's the thing. While Elon's busy trying to burn down the vineyard, Donald Trump's somewhere sniffing the cork and calling it a vintage. He's still parading around selling his big, beautiful bill like it's the holy grail of fiscal genius, when in reality it's just a gold-plated turd with a MAGA bow on top. And now he's watching Elon melt down in real time. And you know, he's seething. Trump doesn't do criticism, not from billionaires, not from broke people, not from Santa Claus, if he brought a subpoena. How mad is he going to be? So mad you could fry bacon on his forehead. So mad the orange dye in his hairline starts melting down his cheeks like he's auditioning for the Cheeto remake of Carrie. So mad he'd sue Gravity for making his jowls look too heavy on camera. This man is walking around with his neck waddle vibrating like a pager left in a mud puddle. And the second someone tells him Elon called his bill a disgusting abomination, you know there'll be ketchup flying at Mar-a-Lago walls like a scene from The Shining. Trump doesn't care about the deficit. He doesn't care about policy. What he cares about is power, image, and whether someone else is getting more attention than he is. And right now, Elon Musk is stealing the spotlight. And that makes Trump furious in a way only narcissists can understand. This was supposed to be his comeback tour, the big Trump budget reveal, the MAGA resurrection with extra pork. And then Elon goes and calls it bloated, explosive, an abomination. That's like telling Trump his tie is too short, his steak is dry, and his hands are small, all in one tweet. And what does Karoline Leavitt do? She steps up to the podium with her signature combo of Jesus cosplay, press badge smirk, and Hobby Lobby patriotism, and she says, "The president's sticking to it." Oh, is he? Sticking to it like his approval ratings to the floor. Sticking to it like a Sharpie to a hurricane map. Karoline's out here answering questions like she's auditioning to be the prom of Queen of MAGA High, with her oversized cross necklace and Book of Trump footnotes disguised as policy. She's not here to inform the press. She's here to perform for the base. Queen of gasket blowing herself, and Fox News decides she's the one to ask about Musk blowing a gasket. That's like asking a grease fire how to handle heat. And right there in the middle of it all, Peter Doocy, the guy who once asked Jen Psaki if Biden was handing out crack pipes, the same guy who grilled Karine Jean-Pierre about whether the border was open like it was a Google Maps setting. But now he's asking how mad Trump's going to be that Elon disrespected him. Not about policy, not about impact, but how mad Donald Trump is going to be. It's not a press briefing. It's an episode of Real Housewives, West Wing edition. And Doocy, the frat guy with the debate minor, is suddenly stirring drama like he just discovered the Constitution on a Netflix script. You almost wonder, was that a hint of real cynicism? A flash of awareness? Probably not. But hey, when even Peter Doocy is poking the bear instead of praising it, you know that this circus has started eating itself. So here we are, one failed tech emperor, one delusional golden god, one press Barbie, and one Fox anchor with reality TV energy, all spinning in a cyclone of greed, ego, and mutual betrayal. This isn't a feud, it's a fire sale, and they're all trying to sell each other out before the curtain drops. And guess what? None of us are buying it. We don't give a damn what Elon Musk has to think. And we sure as hell don't give a damn what Donald Trump thinks either. This isn't some high-stakes chess match between brilliant minds. It's not strategy. It's not vision. It's not leadership. It's two grifting con men locked in a slow-motion slap fight, each one trying to out-scheme the other like it's a Ponzi-off for power. They're not prophets. They're not disruptors. They're just two gaslighting foxes pissed off about not reaching the grapes. The truth is, they both wanted the same thing. Power, adoration, a future they could monetize, control, and brand into oblivion. And now that the spotlight's starting to flicker and the crowd's not as loud, they're turning on each other like junkyard dogs fighting over the last bone, only to realize it's plastic, hollow, and made in China. And that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.